much of it will depend upon how the economy looks like. But yes, of course, we are hoping that we'll be in a position to maintain this growth trajectory which we have recorded this year also, somewhere around 15 to 16%. Earlier, I used to maintain 13 to 15% kind of a growth. I would still maintain that our growth as far as loan book is concerned should be in the similar range, 14 to 16%. And when it comes to the deposit also, we are expecting about 12-13% kind of a growth.
The pipeline cases or the corporate advance has been quite strong, and that has happened for last 4, 5, 6 quarters now. At the same time, as FY24-25 is concerned, we are also going to slightly more focus on the MSME and agri advances. We'd like to grow slightly 1 or 2% higher than the growth that we had in the earlier years. So with that, I think we'll be in a position to grow at the guidance of 12 to 14%. Rather, we'll try to optimize on that front. All would depend upon the growth in deposit, which is again one factor when I decide on the growth of advances. We calibrated the advance growth, particularly the last year was a challenge in terms of the deposit growth. Otherwise, the potential to grow is much higher, particularly on the corporate advance. So we are very positive with regard to the opportunity the economy offers to us in terms of growth in book. At the same time, our international book would be aligned to the domestic growth. So overall scenario is quite positive, and as far as the guidance, we are giving a 12 to 14%, and we'll try to optimize that.
If you see, the growth in the credit is more than 11%. And easily we are giving the guidelines for the 11 to 12% for the next financial year 24-25. And I think it will be easily achievable if you see the industry-wise growth also. And even the Punjab National Bank, 10,000 branches we are having. And good digital platform system we are having. And most important, our focus is the RAM area, retail, agri and the MSME. As on date, my RAM is around 55% of the total book. So we are thinking to increase to this number from 55 to 60%, 2 to 3 years.
We focused more on liabilities. The last year liabilities we could end up at around 11.25 to 11.3% as against our guidance of 8.5% last year. But this year also again we want to see that our incremental CD ratio will not cross the 100%. But that's the reason we have projected 9% deposit growth and 10% advances growth. But these are all conservative figures. But in actual, I can confidently say that we may definitely cross the 12% growth in the advances. Maybe 10 to 11% what the last year growth that will be in the deposit growth. So since our CD ratio at this moment is 73.3%, still I have a cushion to reach the 75%. That's why our incremental CD ratio, we may do it around 100%.
We have to grow both sides, assets as well as liability. So credit side, we have been doing well over last 2 years. If you see in 22-23, the credit growth was around 24%. Last year it was around 16%, and we intend to grow by 13-14% in that range. And by growing lending, I think the growth which we have shown in operating profit and net profit, that will continue in this financial year also, unless until some sudden shocks are there. Otherwise, we are pretty sure that our performance will be better this financial year as compared to last year.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.